Hello and welcome to episode 71 of Need a Miracle Sports and Gambling Podcast with your host Tracy
and Josh
Miracle and also Jake behind the camera. Today we're talking Week 17 NFL lines.
Hold on, before we get into that, we do got some college games this weekend. Usually I'm not very confident. Usually I'm sort of cowering in the bag,
Don't
nervous.
say you're confident today because you texted me earlier and you were not confident. So
I do not like Michigan plus 7.5. What I do like is Michigan minus 3.5. That's what I'm going to be betting this weekend. That's what I'm going to be locking in. And I advise you to do the same. There's no better duo right now than Aiden Hutchinson and Jabo. Georgia plays the quarterback carousel. It's not going to work. We already embarrassed what was supposed to be a top line in Ohio State. And Georgia, you are next.
yeah, I'm going to take Michigan in that game. I do like the points. I think it's going to be a close game. Going to be a battle. Both teams kind of looking in the mirror at each other. I don't think Georgia's going to really overpower Michigan like people might think. They could come out and beat their ass though. Pissed off against how they played against Alabama. But I just don't think, as you saw, what was it now, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't think Kirby Smart's a big game coach. I think that really matters. I also don't know if Harbaugh's a big game coach either, so I don't know. I think the talent is just going to be the talent on the field, and they're going to decide it, and I think it's going to be close. Probably a kick or a touchdown game.
Couple of more games here I'm going to cover before we jump into the NFL spread. Wake Forest versus Rutgers minus 14.5.
I don't even know if you can talk about these other bowls because they're all getting canceled.
No, I'm just picking 3 games like we said we were going to give them. So I'm going to take Wake Forest versus Rutgers minus 14.5. And Cincinnati versus Alabama. Give me Cincinnati plus the 13.5. All day, I think that's a line you can move to about 10.5. Get yourself a little bit more money on your bet. Alabama all year has played at the level of competition of their opponents. They're going to overlook this Cincinnati team after coming out of a fight with Georgia. They're going to have the one thing on their mind is going to be national championship. And I'm not saying Cincinnati's going to win this game, but I'm saying Cincinnati is going to shock some people in this game.
Yeah, Cincinnati, what they got to do is just not turn the ball over, and I like the 13.
I like Ritter.
Yeah, I'm just saying, that Alabama defense can be tough, though. They're going to what I'm trying to say is they're going to out-athlete them on defense. The offense versus defense, I think they're going to be exposed a little bit, but I think that Cincinnati's defense, which is huge, can kind of match up perfectly with Alabama's wide receivers and running backs. And I think that Cincinnati defense is very real. Sauce Gardner will be covering Jameson Williams. That'll be probably close to definitely a top 30 pick matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe top 20, maybe even top 10. Depending on
I think the question more is when Williams goes then.
Well, I've been seeing that he's been shooting up boards. I just watched Mel Kiper's first thing, and he had.
I'm just saying. To me, he's more the question mark. Could drop, could go up than anything. I feel.
Yeah, that'll be a good matchup, and I think that's a tip in the cap for Cincinnati. They got a guy that can go against that kind of speed and athleticism and play stride for stride with them. But yeah, I like Cincinnati. I think that's very safe. And I don't really have any other college bets.
Nope, that's all.
Into that, but
he didn't know that. I threw it in there because I just thought about it, and I wanted to give you guys a little something because a lot of you guys do ask college questions. Obviously, we got some games coming up, some big games, very big games. New Year's Eve, it's about to be a ruckus in the big house. I tell you that one. I know they're not playing there, but that place is going to be booming. All right, let's give you the Sunday rundown here.
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
You've been waiting all week to talk about how the Bills beat New England.
Not only did they beat New England, they beat him in their place. The weather was good. Mac Jones couldn't throw the ball worth a shit. He got pressured, and he looks like a flailing duck throwing the ball against pressure. Josh Allen stuck his dick out against New England and all of his haters and just had him swallow his 17-inch dick.
I think you swallow that.
I think they swallowed it. I just sit back.
You sit on it.
I'm going to file my... No, I sit back. I'm going to file my nails down.
Jake, you already sits on it, right?
I'm going to blow them off a little bit.
Oh, now he's blowing it off.
And listen, I told you guys, you guys want to talk about this and that. Bills, 2 games left against 2 terrible teams, going to win the division, going to be playing hot into the playoffs. Look out, because I'll tell you what, and you can call me a Bills fan and a dick rider and all this. If that Josh Allen plays and that offensive line can block for him like they did, We're marching right to the Super
I
Bowl.
loved how Bates looked. Bates looked good, to be honest with you.
We're marching right to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you.
Bates
Yeah,
looked good.
If he plays like that, it's not stoppable. It just literally isn't.
All right. You ready to hop into this week?
Is New England not a top defense?
Yeah. I mean,
Was there any excuses? Was any players out?
yeah, they had a couple injuries up front. I heard.
Who?
I don't know off the top of my head. I saw a Patriots guy.
Wise was in. Barmore was in.
I don't know. Maybe it was on the offensive side. I don't know. It was a good game by Buffalo. They came back, showed what's up. It is what it is. I mean,
Took the division.
took the division.
Okay.
All right.
Other part. Wait. You're not done.
Oh, here we go.
Other part. I believe you were running that little flab of yours about the Washington football team. You know, same record or whatever, same spot.
Yeah, but now they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
Trace. Let's
well-
talk about more things that don't matter. Does my team have?
Well, what was the
Does my team have an MVP quarterback? Supposedly MVP quarterback.
what was the
on it?
final score of that game?
It was a blowout. It was very bad.
Jake, did you end up seeing the final score? Was it like 56 to 14?
52 to something.
Okay.
I
So
stopped watching.
that's
I didn't even check the score.
that's just the
next day.
gist. He's getting beat in the race to the belt. He's
Yeah,
getting beat with this little
right
football
now
team.
it's 119, 103, and 2 is Tracy. I'm 113, 109, and 2. I'm still very happy with that. Both of us over 500.
The show is doing very good. You guys should listen to this show Thursday or Friday and run to the casino with it because we've been doing very good, very profitable.
56 to 14 was the final.
There you go.
For some reason, I thought it was 13.
So you had a game against your division leader at their place and got beat 56 to 14, and we had a game with our division leader in their place and we beat them by 12.
Okay. Your team should be beating them. Your team is supposed to be good.
Oh, now we're supposed. Okay.
We were
A
supposed.
couple weeks ago, you guys were making a run to the Super Bowl, so I
He's
didn't.
gonna break that.
Don't worry. All right, let's go.
All
I just
right.
wanted to make sure we touch base on
Sunday rundown. New York Giants versus the Chicago Bears. Bears are -6. I am taking the New York Giants on the road +6 points.
that. Yeah, you gotta take the Giants. I always say it. They're running out pedestrian quarterbacks at best, but I like that defense. I gotta take it.
Next game, Jaguars versus Patriots. Patriots are -15.5 against the Jacksonville Jags. This is the same team Dan Quinn wouldn't even take an interview. That's got to be deflating in the locker room. I don't know how you really come back from guys not even wanting to interview for your job. I'm going to take,
deflating New England. Get it?
I'm going to take New England -15.5.
I have in this game. Let me scroll down and find it. I am taking Jacksonville +15.5. I think it's too many points.
Next game, Rams versus the Ravens. Ravens are +3.5 at home. I am rolling with the Los Angeles Rams to keep fighting, trying to climb up there still.
We agree yet again. I am taking the Rams -3.5. That's what you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They're not fighting. I mean,
No.
They won the division, but they're fighting for seeding.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, so yeah, and I just think Baltimore is just decimated at corner. LA has talent all over the field, and I think they expose it. And I don't know what that Baltimore offense is going to look like.
And isn't Akers back this week? I know he's back in practice.
Sure.
I know he's back in
been
practice.
practicing. I don't know if they're going to run him out in the regular season or just save for playoffs. I haven't
Got
really
it.
seen anything on that.
Next game, Bucks versus the Jets. Jets are +13 at home. I am taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after a terrible performance.
Is it? Is that the last time they played?
Oh no, they played. Jake, who the Bucks play this weekend?
Damn.
Why can't I think of who the Bucks? I know they played and they won.
Oh, they played Carolina.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
See, dude, that's what I mean. Since we took last week off with Christmas, we couldn't get the time to do it. Games obviously being Saturday and Thursday. So now, like, everything for me is still the week prior because that's what I'm going off of still.
yeah.
So I apologize.
I go with the Bucks too. I think they're just going to roll the Jets. I think the Jets are just a bad football team. The Bucks are getting a little healthier too, so
Yes.
should be a cakewalk. And I gotta take the Bucks. I can't put money on the Jets.
Next game here, Falcons versus the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. You got guys like Tracy going to be there. The Bills are -14.5. These guys think they're part of the team. I'm going to give them one. I'm going to give them 7 points for them being there. And I'm going to take the Bills -14.5.
I will always state this. I make noise on first down, second down, third down. The opponents have the ball. I believe I do make a difference. If that offends people or people think I'm crazy, then that's on them. I show up every Sunday, 9 weeks out of the year. I think I have a right to say that. So, you know what? If you don't like it, fuck you. Anyway, taking the Buffalo Bills, my beloved Buffalo Bills, as they are going to have a jet-like streak into the playoffs.
All right. Nice game here. Kansas City versus Cincinnati in Cincinnati. I am taking Cincinnati plus the 5 points. Joe Burrow and this offense is looking to come into the playoffs hot. They're not looking to slow down at all. I think there's a lot of hype around Kansas City right now, which is the only reason they're giving up 5 points. So I am rolling with Cincinnati and Joe
You're
Burrow.
starting to get smart, my friend. You're starting to get smart. I am rolling with the Bengals as well. Joe Burrow is hot. That Chiefs defense can be exposed. You got to get the protection. Ever since Ingram's been with the Chiefs, I don't think they've lost, or it's close to that. They might have lost.
Well, that's
one.
because they were able to move Jones back inside.
Yep, and he did not look good outside. He looks good inside, and that's a scary proposition. But I trust Burrow and I trust that offense. They've been on fire, and to keep it within 5.5 points.
Yeah, they don't have the cornerbacks to keep up.
I think they can go out and win the game actually.
Yep.
Especially because the Chiefs are going to be in that we don't care mode.
Yep.
I believe so.
Next game, Dolphins versus the Titans. Titans are minus 3.5 at home. I'm taking the 7-game win streak Dolphins to stay alive here and keep their playoffs alive. The Titans, I don't really know what you're going to give from the Titans week in and week out. You know what I mean? Like, when Derrick Henry was there, you knew Derrick Henry was good for 14 points at least pretty much and 100 yards rushing. You know what I mean? When you take that key component away from a team, if you really do see the difference, Julio Jones, a big name guy they brought in, didn't show up this year. He's been hurt all year. A.J. Brown being back is good for them, but how much does it really help? He's still banged up and not really 100%. I just like the Dolphins to sort of keep rolling here. That defense has been hot, and Tua and Waddle been showing that connection they had at Bama. So
Tennessee, good football team. Miami, not really sure if they are. They played no quarterbacks, played really weak opponents these last 7 weeks. Hats off to them. They do what they had to do to win. Tua looks good. But I'm just rolling with the running game with Tennessee. As I always say, run the ball, get the play action going with Tannehill. They're very hard to beat.
Vegas versus Indy. In Indy, Indy is minus 6.5. And this Indy team is just going to go right over top of Vegas. It's not going to be funny. I really don't think it's going to be a close game at all. So I'm going to take Indy minus the 6.5. For you guys that are taking this to the casino, stuff like that, I think this can be a 13.5 point game, and you're still sitting beautiful. You're very comfortable the whole game.
Yeah, I like Indy too. I think it's going to be a rout. I really do. Who do they play now again?
Vegas.
Sure. Okay, I was just making sure I had it right.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to make sure. No, because I thought they played Vegas early in the year. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, I think that the Raiders mailed it in. They had a terrible performance last week. I just think they're mailing it in.
Yep.
And I just don't think Jonathan Taylor is very stoppable. You can put 8 guys, 9 guys in the box, and he's still going to run all over you.
Yep. Philly versus Washington football team.
Excuse me, I just need to take a quick break here. Do you know what today's date is? Jake?
The 29th.
Yeah, 29th.
Of what month?
December.
Oh, okay. I thought what you were wearing there, I thought it was the 4th of July. Sorry. Go ahead.
Philly versus Washington football team. Washington is getting 3.5 points at home. I believe that after the antics last week, even though I was happy to see them at least having some type of fight on the sideline, it really wasn't what you want to see from a team that's already struggling. And I just feel like Philly's going to get the job done here again. You just got beat up by them, and I'm going to take Philly minus the 3.5.
Do you think,
on the road.
I'm not being sarcastic. Do you think Rivera's job is at stake here?
No,
No?
I really don't. You do?
I'm not saying this game. I'm just saying this, like, is he on
This
the hot
season?
seat in that?
He should be, but I feel like they're not going to do that to him, being that he gets a free pass, being Fitz being out. They still haven't drafted that franchise
I
quarterback.
thought you were gonna go for the real blow. I thought you were gonna say because of the cancer survivor.
No. Fitz being out. You look up front. I think we're down 3 starters on the offensive line. That showed last week. I mean, not having Sharif alone is a huge blow to that team right there. You lose Logan Thomas for the year. Curtis Samuel's supposed to be a big-name free agent guy, gadget guy. He's out most of the year.
Yeah, injuries. I agree. I'm going to take Philly here, too, though. They've been really hot lately, playing some good football, and I think they come into this division matchup and get a nice win.
On to the 4 o'clock window here. Denver versus the Chargers. Chargers are minus 5.5 at home. I am taking Denver in this game. I think L.A., we're going to see a little bit of the Herbert that we saw weeks prior, sort of turning the ball over. This is a very hot Denver defense that gets overlooked. As for Eckler coming back off COVID, we don't know how effective he's going to be. I think you're going to start to see more of a running back by committee here with the LA team. And to me, I think that's sort of going to hurt him because when you get Eckler the ball on these dump downs and shit like that, it's 20 yards, 15 yards. It's not 3 yards, you know what I mean? He's getting tackled. He's usually making the first guy miss. He's very elusive, very fast, and in the open field, he almost has like a Darren Sproles vibe to him just because of his size and the way he moves and stuff like that. And I just don't see that happening much. I think Herbert sort of has in his mindset he's hitting the bomb, he's hitting the big play, he's showing off the cannon, he's got the guys to do it, etc. I like Denver to sort of lock that up and take that deep threat away.
Well, a perfect example of that is Devin Singletary last week against the Patriots. Josh Allen didn't have that I'm going to go deep every time Modi. He got it right out of Singletary quick, and Singletary was popping for 10, 11,
Right.
12. But, yeah, it just seems like Herbert is hitting a little bit of a wall. I don't know exactly what's going on with them, but they're
I think he
losing
feels
football
the-
games. And
I think he felt the pressure to stay in first place in the division. Kansas City got hot again, and he sort of let that pressure get to his mind.
yeah, but I'm taking Denver here, too. Good defense. Is Bridgewater back?
I have no clue. I was thinking that, like, I'm taking Denver. I don't even know who the quarterback is.
It's
But I just
Drew-
like the defense to keep him in the game and the running
you,
game.
Can you agree with me on Drew Lock yet, or are you still saying he should be in a new team?
I think Drew Lock needs to be in a new team and sit for 2 years. I think he has athletic ability. I think he's a playable quarterback. He does some sketchy stuff. I sort of like that. You don't know what you're going to get. It's hard to prepare for.
Okay.
Nah, Drew Lock's done in this league, unfortunately. I thought he was going to be good. These guys harp on me. His offensive line was terrible, and
Turns the ball
now,
over.
now
You
he
like my
just turns
sweater,
the
by
ball
the way? I
over.
got
No,
it
I
for
don't like your
Christmas.
sweater.
Why?
It looks too small on you.
No, it doesn't.
Your whole back's hanging out, dude.
Yeah, I just got up. All
All right.
that looks small on you?
Yeah.
I don't think anything on here looks fucking small. You see that?
I mean, if you didn't have a bird frame.
Don't get yoked up.
There we go.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Why you always gotta mess with me?
I'm just, you said
All
you
right.
didn't like my shirt.
Texans versus the 49ers. 49ers are minus 12.5 here. The Texans are hot. Not. I'm taking the 49ers minus 12.5 here. I don't think the Texans are going to have an answer for this 49ers attack.
Do you think he thinks he's funny?
You know what? Jake, you want to know something? I don't need to be funny because you know what? I gotta take care of this guy all the time. Ask him about fantasy. He gets slapped around. Then I gotta slap the other guy's brother around. Now we're in the championship together. I'm gonna have to take care of the guy who eliminated him.
I'm in
You know what I
three-
mean? I just
I'm
always
in
gotta
three out of
gotta
six
protect him.
championships.
I always
three
gotta
out of six
protect him.
championships.
I'd be in the championship, but Tom Brady put up 4 points.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The 1 seed went right down the tube in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That was nice. But yeah, I'm taking San Francisco too, minus 12.5. I think it's easy. They're gonna run left, run right, run center, and
It's gonna be
Houston just-
Debo right,
yeah.
Debo
when
left.
when I thought about this game, honestly, I just thought about Houston's will breaking pretty early on in this game, and I think that's what's gonna happen.
Detroit versus Seattle. Seattle's minus 7 at home. I'm taking Detroit with DeAndre Swift back. I just like this team. They play for Dan Campbell. They play hard week in and week out. They're another team. They're going to put up 40 one week. The next week they might only put up 13. But they're going to play their hearts out and they're going to leave it on the field. And that's something I don't think Seattle does. And that's why I like Detroit in this game, to just sort of stay consistent with the run game. 3 here, 4 there, and stay in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for me. I like Seattle to win the game, but I just can't trust them to cover the 7, so I got to go the other way and take Detroit. Be smart.
Are you just picking the same teams as me now so that I can't cover the spread?
Absolutely. I already made my picks there.
All right,
brother.
here we go. Arizona versus Dallas. Dallas is minus 5.5 at home. For me, I'm taking Dallas here in this game. I just think they have more firepower right now than Arizona with Hopkins being out. This D-line has really been getting a lot of pressure. They've been looking good. I'm not going to lie. Dallas is scary right now, and I don't think if there's any spread in the league with Dallas under 7, I don't think I'm touching another team. What? What'd I say?
Nothing.
What'd I say?
You just made me laugh.
Why? What did I say?
I got the giggles.
Who are you taking in this game?
That's why you made me laugh, because I really have an opposite pick you. But I'm scared of Dallas's firepower. I really am. But I got Arizona plus 5.5. Arizona plus 5.5. I'm sorry.
You're not scared of Dallas's firepower?
not really, but
CeeDee Lamb,
I'd be more
Cooper,
more
Gallup.
scared of their defense. I mean, you should be scared of their defense.
I'm scared- I'm
firepower because they put up 56 against you last week, so I understand why you're scared of it. Oh man!
If D Hop is here, I'm probably taking Arizona, but I just don't see that.
You know what? This podcast might not be that great, but we have fun, all right? You guys hear us? We have fun. Right, Josh?
How much does this dude drinking on the way here? Panthers versus the Saints. Saints are -6.5 at home. I am taking the Carolina Panthers +6.5. This dude is really something else. You know, hate all you want. I don't care. I'm taking the Panthers. The Saints are closing it up. I'm taking the Panthers.
Why do you do that? I love it so. Oh my god.
Make your pick.
I'm taking the Saints, obviously. Why would you
Why
take the
are you
Panthers?
taking the Saints?
Because the Panthers have looked absolutely awful. And they've completely
Yeah.
checked out. They have no players.
Yeah.
And they have Cam Newton as their quarterback. And if
I
not
just-
Cam Newton, it's Sam Darnold.
I just like the Panthers better than the Saints. I hate the Saints.
Okay.
They got everyone back off COVID, though, don't they?
They got Kamara now. I mean,
Yeah.
they looked like shit against the Dolphins. They
Yeah.
didn't have a quarterback, but I imagine
Well, the
quarterback's
Panthers'
gonna be bad.
defense is real.
Yeah, it looked really good against the Bills a couple
Here
weeks
we
ago,
go.
too. Oh, sorry.
Why is everything compared against the Bills? You guys are supposed to be a top team in the league.
Oh, we are.
So then why are you comparing teams that are not supposed to be nowhere in your category?
The Saints are good.
The
Kamara's
Saints
good.
are not good
They
without...
got a good offensive line.
The Saints are not good right now.
Yeah.
Sunday night, the Vikings versus Green Bay. Green Bay is -6.5 at home. I am taking the Vikings in this game. Who are you taking?
Taking the Vikings as well.
Plus the 6.5.
Yes, sir.
Bringing us to our final game, Monday Night Football, which would naturally end the regular season, and this year we get another week. The Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are +3. I am taking the Browns -3 on the road.
I'm taking the Browns as well, even though I don't trust Baker at all, but I don't trust Big Ben at 40 years old any more or any less. So I gotta go with one of them, and it is going to be Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns with the run game. And just I don't know what Big Ben does anymore, but it's time to hang him up, put him out to pasture.
So as usual, if you like what you see or you don't like what you see or you just like laughing at two shitheads, make sure you're liking, subscribing, following on YouTube at
Need a Miracle Sports and Gambling. NEEDAMARACLE.
And
Sports
on-
and Gambling.
and on Twitter at
Need a Miracle. Need Miracle. Actually, I don't know why it's like that. That's how it popped up when I made the account. NEEDMARACLE.
and our bet spurs. Mine's J1 Miracle, J1 MARACLE.
Mine's T1 the GOAT because I am the GOAT. Going to be back-to-back championships for me here. Maybe one year he'll beat me. You know what I mean? You gotta give a squirrel a nut every once in a while, but
It's all right. It's all right.
can't all sit in the lion's den.
I'm not worried about him. All right. It makes him feel good. I don't care.
Number 71. Go
Number
ahead.
71. Trent Williams,
Wow. You're going to do two because you're an idiot.
who's
You're gonna steal
arguably
mine.
the best left tackle in the game still to this day. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
No, go ahead.
And my other one is going to be a rookie tackle in this league,
Oh,
Jedrick Wills Jr. for the Cleveland Browns.
okay. That was boring. Why would you not take one from your favorite hockey
Evgeny
team?
Malkin, because I leave the hockey ones for you. I only cover the football ones.
That was mine. Evgeny Malkin, number 71 of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, here we go. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, especially on Twitter and the Bet Spurts. Our picks are going to be more frequent on there, especially we promise you guys after the first of the year, we'll be going back to covering at least 4 games with the NBA season, NHL season, whatever we like that day, unders, overs, you name it. We're going to bet it. We're going to get it out for you guys. Your guys' responsibility is going to be to go to the pages and see what we like for that day to get you guys free money. If you're not doing that, we can't help you. We can only lead the horse to the water. We can't make you to drink. On that note, we're going to be out of here. Have a safe New Year's Eve.
This has been your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast.
Hey, Buffalo fans. See ya.